So we just got this building purchased. It used to be called the BTC, the Business Technology Center. Lots of different businesses got their start here. You could rent, one spot, or you could actually, in our case, we rented several offices here for Rich Robbins and Sons, and the pallet company. The offices were operated out of here for a couple of years before we actually had an office at our warehouse, where we're currently located. Again, we bought those buildings also and have fixed those up, and now we have the original building that we started the office area for Robbins Pallets, which eventually we had Robbins Resource Management out of that. It went from businesses to squatters to another business. And so for a period of time, as you'll see in some of the pictures, people actually lived in this building, families lived in this building, and you'll see some of the remnants of that here. You're going to see from this room, this is what almost all 5 floors look like to some degree. You have everything from kids' toys to bedding to computers to files to, from businesses that have been here. One of the things that we talk about a lot when it comes to warehouses and buildings is if you have space, people will fill it. And it's one of the things you always have to watch out for when you have buildings is, we have computers that our IT guy right now, he's wanting some retro computers, and they are here. There's computers in this building right now that are back from the 80s and 90s, and he's looking through those right now. But it's very hard for people many times to throw things away or to clean up after themselves when they're leaving a building. And so you end up with buildings like this just being floor after floor of many decades of business that's represented. You also have files that are here from past businesses. And when you're looking at those, 1993 is like the date on this. And so things that are just rooms full of files that have been sitting for 30 years, and this is what we're having to clean up. And it ends up costing a lot of money to clean that up, but more importantly, it costs time. Anytime you have people working on things like this, we talk about how this is not income producing. It will be later, but this is one of the things you just wish people would clean their stuff up as they vacate buildings. So this was the original space that we used to have Robbins Pallets in. People that lived here, basically squatters that lived throughout this facility that we're cleaning up after it right now. Many of these different rooms were actually like bedrooms, and then there was bathrooms, and then one of the bathrooms actually had a shower in it, and then it was basically a community center for a lot of people that ended up living here for a number of years. And so this room here it does not look like it did when we were renting it. My office, it's locked currently, and we do not have all the keys, which we probably don't exist anymore. So we'll have to get these doors taken off. But this was my office right through these windows here. This is where we had Rich Robbins and Sons Construction, and then we also had Robbins Pallets in the beginning year. You're gonna see with the floor plan here, it's really open for a lot of different ideas as far as it can be office space, it could be retail, it could be manufacturing, light manufacturing. And so we have people here that are not only clearing out all the space, but then also tearing up the top part of the floor, so then we can put in new flooring. This area with some new flooring, some paint, we're gonna have to run some electrical and then also do some plumbing. But this will be up and running, I would say probably within 2 to 3 months, we'll have the first couple of floors ready to go.